Today, guys, I'm going to show you how to write and publish your own book with no money required. You can do this. So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to share with you guys on this channel, and one of the biggest things is I want to show you is something that I've been really passionate about, successful at, and excited to talk to you guys about because I feel it's going to help a lot of you guys. And let me just say this, watch this whole video all the way through. Don't miss a single part of this, and then when you're done, watch it back. Watch it over as many times as possible until you have this entire thing in your mind's eye, okay? Until you can repeat word for word what I'm talking about here, because what I'm going to share with you is going to really help you, and it might be just the key you need to really explode your career or give you that boost you need to be very successful in the world as an entrepreneur, as a brand, as whatever it is that you're setting out to do. So I'm here to help you guys and give you the best information possible that I have personally experienced and figured out how to do. Alright, so I don't want to make this video a lot about my own products, but I do want to show you just so you know what you can produce. So let me just say this. The very first product that I created was this 7-day personal development audio coaching program. Now this is a little old school for a lot of you guys. But this is like the style that people were doing at the time. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you go far and beyond? So creating one single CD to distribute is one thing, but I wanted to create an entire series. So this one is old school, okay? Now I'm not going to show you how to make this, but this has a big role in what we're going to talk about today. So this is obviously an audio program. It's 7 days over 7 hours of self-help information, how I changed my life. So if you want to check that out, it's available on my website. All this stuff is available on my website as well. This is actually now only sold as a digital download because, you know, we're in the digital age. So this costed me money, but I'm going to show you how to do this exact thing nowadays without having to spend a single dime. Since we're talking about audio, I'm going to just get right into that. So I recorded another audio program that is available as a digital download on my website, and I wanted to take that digital download and make a select few physical products for you guys, for my subscribers, for people that are asking. They wanted something that I could sign and give to them, or they can purchase a set number of these. So I went back to the drawing board and I said, let me take this digital product and make it a physical product, and that's what I have here. I created took my digital product and turned it into a CD that is available on my website now. There's only a select number of these, but the cool thing is I designed my own graphics, did all this myself. I'll show you how to do that. It's got a little booklet inside of here. It opens up, okay? So this is kind of nice because we have so much digital media out there that I wanted to give you guys a little something that you can learn about, make your day better. This particular CD is all about my mantras, what I use to get my day going and keep me energized to be successful in my own life. So this is kind of cool, and you can do the same thing. You can create a physical CD if you're an artist, a recording artist, a musician, or in this case you wanted to do some like a podcast or coaching. You can create a physical CD as well. Okay, digital is super easy, but I wanted to show you this because it's an actual physical product, and it's even got a barcode on the back. Didn't pay anything for it, and I'll show you how that works. Back in the day though, the barcode on the back would cost you a couple $100 to do. So yeah, and these are my books. I have a series of sci-fi novels, won't go too much into it, but these are little pocket-sized books. This is like a 5x6, I think it is. I wanted these to fit in your back pocket, so there's a series of these, and I grabbed two of the same. I actually have okay, so on this I wanted to create a regular version and a limited edition version. Again, didn't pay no money to do this. So I wanted to create two versions of the same book, just a little bit different, a little altered. And this book, there's actually another version of it, and it has a matte finish cover. I designed a different cover. And the pages inside this book are like a cream. So I chose that This is my very first book I published, 7 Days to Redefine Your Life. This is a, I forgot the size of this, but it's a lot bigger than the pocket-sized book. Okay. This has got a gloss cover, and this one had white pages in it, which I really didn't like. So I redistributed the book with a new cover a couple of years later. Brand new cover, new design, and I went with the cream pages because it's easier on the eyes. With this technique that I'm going to show you how to do, you can also get these put into Kindle, okay? But it's nice to have physical books. I'm a big book fan. I collect them. So how do you create a book, or a product for that matter, without paying any money up front? So this is how I did it. So first of all, let me just say this. If you're writing a book, don't get caught up on all the, like, who's gonna distribute it, how is it gonna be sold, how many, you know, like, all that is gonna destroy your ability to write a decent book. For instance, this particular book took me a couple months, maybe 5-6 months to create. And I'm not even a writer, guys. I didn't go to school for this. I self-taught myself everything, even graphics. I design it, like these graphics here. There's like, this particular graphic here has, on Photoshop, I learned Photoshop by myself. I think this has like over maybe 150, 175 different layers to create this image from scratch. There's no clip art involved. Everything was actually created. Even the little dog tags, which I'm really proud of that. Those dog tags are pretty dope. I love to pay attention to detail, and I wanted to like, can I create something in Photoshop that's like realistic just from using shapes? Did it. This particular book, this has 272 pages, and I think it's 75,000 words. This particular book, I was really hungry to write a sci-fi novel. I really wanted this, and I wanted it right now. And so again, I'm not even a writer. I sat down from my computer using a Microsoft Word, and I said, I'm gonna write this book, and I wrote it in 30 days. So I wrote this whole book in 30 days. That's even proofing and everything. And a week after I wrote it, it showed up on my doorstep like this. Published on Amazon, ready for purchase, no money down. So excited for that. So let me tell you how I do this. First of all, let me talk about the creative flow of writing or creating a product in general. I like to get really excited about something that I'm going to create, so I advise you guys to do the same. So when you think about a product you want to make or a book, write down, like, you know, bubble it down. So like these books, I wrote like little bubbling, you know, I mapped it out, like I want to have this chapter maybe about this or this storyline about this, and I started building the characters. Or for my self-help book, I broke down the strategies and how I redefine my life and how I could share it with you, and that you can apply it that would actually work and not just be a bunch of like me selling, this is how I did it, like how you can apply that. And this is what I'm doing in this video as well, is how you can apply this stuff. So if you pay attention, this might be just exactly what you're looking for. So write your book. Take your time. You hear, I always run into these people that are like, hey, I'm writing a book too, I'm gonna publish a book, and it's been years and they're still saying the same story, and I'm always looking, I'm like, just do it, just start writing the book, just sit down and start writing the first chapter. And that's really what you gotta do. You gotta get excited about it, and you gotta think about it nonstop throughout your day. You know, always, you know, making little notes with you. If you're at work and you're thinking about it, type it in. One of the biggest things I used to do back when I had a 9-to-5 is I would go to this job that I hated, this dead-end job, and I had to work this job. I was like, oh, and I had this 45 minutes, you know, to drive there and back, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna use this little bit of time. I was so busy, this little bit of time in between going to work and back, to create something to get me out of this job, to create a new lifestyle. And that's why we guys want you to get in that state of mind of a new way of thinking. You're not gonna create a new job, a new source of income. You need to create a new way of life, a new lifestyle. So this dreaded job I went to, I was like, oh, now let me just say this. I've had worse jobs that were just like hard labor, you know, I'm getting dirty. This particular job was dreaded, but it was sales. I was in a suit, you know, like I'm going to this job, I'm not getting dirty, I'm clean, but it's a new level of life. So as you arrive to a new level, as you create this new lifestyle, you're gonna have new problems, okay, or new things. So it's always about setting the bar higher, setting your standards higher, and going beyond that. So I had set my standards higher, and I said, I never wanna get dirty again at a job. I wanna make really good money, I want to have good value, and I was getting that, but then I had the stress of the sales and the retail and working long hours, and I realized I had no time for myself. And that's really what it comes down to, is you want a lifestyle that gives you freedom, free time to do whatever you want to do on your own time, okay, and not on someone else's time. So you don't want to have your life as controlled if you can control that, okay? There's a lot of times you can't, but the bottom line is you want to find something you're very passionate about. Like with me, I do films and I do YouTube, and I love to do it. I'm very passionate about it. I work harder now than I've ever worked before in my life on this stuff, but it doesn't seem like a job because I really enjoy it. I love it. So writing these books, again, some of you guys might look at this like 30 days to write a book. That's going to be like all day. And I did. I literally sat in my chair all day writing this with like 10, 15-minute breaks in between just to grab food. But I was in the moment of this. I was like, this is so exciting. So you got to get excited about creating your product or book. That's the first thing you do. Don't worry about who's going to market it, who's going to publish it, who's going to do it. But you've arrived here at this video, and the good news is I have all that back-end stuff for you already figured out. You don't have to do anything else. I just want you to pay attention, write your book, get excited. I want to hear about it in the comments below, what you're working on, and I would love to see your product when it's all done. When it's all done, I'd love to see it online and tell me about how you did it or how this worked. Or maybe there's something new you found to make it work for you. So anyways, start off with Microsoft Word, our pages. So you write your book, you get it all set up, you do your graphics. Things you're gonna probably need is, you're gonna need Adobe Photoshop or a photo editor, or if you're, you can go simple. You don't have to go all graphical like this. You could simply take a picture with your cell phone, okay? Type in whatever the font is you want on here and write out what you want on the cover. You can literally build this on your cell phone with all these amazing apps and still upload this to the site that I'm going to tell you about and create your book with no money down. So you have your book written, you've done your graphics, you got your artwork all ready to go, okay? And you're like, well, where do I need to submit this, or how do I need to create this? So I recommend going to, and I'm not going to tell you any other site to go to, I'm going to go to the right one. Okay, this is the only one you should go to, hands down. Go to createspace.com. The link is below. I'm not getting paid to say any of this. The only reason I'm telling you guys this is because it's the fastest way to create something awesome. And I'm tired of seeing people just have these great visions of something awesome. It could be a book or a product, and they never follow through because they're so caught up in how to get it done. So go to createspace.com. The links are in the description below, and you'll find everything you need to know there. Audiobooks, regular books, CDs, whatever it is you're looking for, I'm sure you'll find it there. But we're talking about books right now and maybe CDs. So you can go there and you can create a physical product. They also have digital outlets as well. The cool thing is you don't pay any money for this. So you go to createspace.com, you download there. They even have templates to download, like Word templates, and you download those so that you have the format of the book. And what I mean by that is you can download it and they'll give you the layout of the inside of the book, like the margins. See how, like, when my book is open, you don't want these too far in to where the glue lines are. So and these little spacers on the side. So they give you these margins and they kind of help you. So I recommend going to createspace.com when you're ready to, to really put your book together. Say you've written it already. Now copy all that or write it within the template, okay, that you download. Use that template to write your book. That's what I did. I just kept writing and adding to it, writing and adding to it. Build your table of contents. You got to do a little research, guys. I can't give you all this stuff, but as far as like using Word and how to create the table of content, just go on YouTube and YouTube it. I'm sure you're going to find it, or Google it. Someone's going to tell you on here how to really format your pages to look perfect or have that index, because the index is what I got caught up on. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you don't, this is the index to this book, to where each page is listed in each chapter and stuff like that. So that was probably the most challenging part about this book. So you get your book set up, you submit it. They even have a cover design to tell you like the measurements of the bleed line, so that when the machine cuts it, you don't have white. You want to make a bleed line so that your graphic is all the way apart. And then you'll submit that as a PDF. So you probably need an app or Photoshop. I recommend that highly because everything you need is right there. You can download a free 30-day version of Photoshop as well and get everything you need right there. So don't download it until you're ready to make the cover from start to finish. That's what I recommend. And then you can get it, again, no money. So you set up this account with your CreateSpace, you go through the process, you'll need to submit some business information as far as like your bank account information and stuff like that. Now that is for them to deposit money, and also for you, if you want to order your own copies, that's the only time you're going to spend money. But if you, and the good thing is, you get these, like say this book is sold for, let's say, $20, you get it for a disc. You don't pay full 20 bucks because you're ordering it. And when you order your proof, you even get that as a discount. So they'll send you a book like this when you're all done. I recommend ordering the book for yourself, just one copy, just to make sure it's to your liking. Now they do have a digital proof, so you don't have to spend the money. Again, zero down. You can look at the digital proof and it'll tell you if your book meets the standards of the cut and everything like that. And you could technically click on that and approve that proof if it looks good digitally, and then sell it to anyone else or to your market. What I recommend though is buying one copy of the book. It'll come to you, and in the back of the book it'll actually have a proof. It'll say proof on the back. And I recommend doing that because sometimes their machine might miscut it, okay? Like it maybe, if I'm real picky about things, so like it was not perfectly cut. And I'm like, oh man, or like maybe this spine here was a little off, like the cover wrapped over a little bit. So that's why you want to get a copy of the book yourself so you can see that, and then you call them up and you say, you know, I wasn't really happy with the proof. Do you guys need to make the adjustment, or do I need to make the adjustment? A lot of times I've never had to make the adjustment. If you do it right, like once you get into this, you'll do your covers right. The first time you might have your cover off, or the font's too small or too big, and you're like, oh, that looks horrible, and you'll have to fix it on your end. But a lot of times it's just them setting something in the machine to get this to print perfectly how you want it, how you see it. The cool thing is they give you book identification number for an author and for your book. So you'll get that, and that'll be registered to this book. And then people can look you up, and you can go ahead and start selling these books. And the cool thing is they handle all your shipping for you, your returns for you, and that's all done partnership with Amazon. So once you submit your book, it'll go on CreateSpace right away, and then I think it's like 30 days. It'll be on Amazon. There's some buttons to select your sales channels, and Amazon is one of them. You select that. Amazon will take a cut. Like all these channels will take a cut of your book. So if you're selling your book for like 10 bucks, CreateSpace might take $1.50, and Amazon will take the biggest cut. It'd be like, you know, $3 or maybe $4 of the profit. So you know, keep that in mind when you're pricing your book, and maybe I'll talk more in depth about that on another video. Watch this video when you're at that stage and your book is ready to go and you need help when you're inside the dashboard of CreateSpace. You can comment below and I can help you, and if there's enough questions, I'll create a video just for that. I get calls all the time about, hey, we see your book's doing good in sales, we're a big publisher and we want to give you a deal. Well, their deal is they're having me buy in so many copies of these hardback books, and it just doesn't make sense to me. A real book deal is the publisher will come to you and they'll say, we want to offer you, you know, maybe it's a $150,000 deal or a $50,000 deal, and that's where they get the book published and push it, and you don't spend money, you make money. That's how much money you're going to make. You don't spend the money. So don't ever let anyone call you and say, hey, you know, it's $2,000 for like a couple thousand books and we're gonna mark you to here. They're just making money off you. You're not making money. So use this, blow it up, sell like crazy. You know, just get out there and market yourself, get a team together and just market your stuff, and start making yourself successful with these books, and then all that other stuff will come. Okay, it'll come to you. If you're broke as heck right now and you got no money and you just have mad skill of writing something you want to talk about, or maybe it's a story about your life, you can literally go on here, write this book, you know, borrow a laptop from someone. I don't care, maybe you're that broke, you don't even have a laptop. Borrow a laptop, write the book, type it up. You can even write this on your phone. You have Microsoft Word on your phone. When you download your template, they will have like this, it'll be an area on the template right here and here that'll be, it'll say do not put anything here. So like you can overlay your background, just know that this will be white. That will leave that, it'll block it out. So you don't want to put any font down in this area on the template. Same with the book, okay? Same with the back of the book. They're going to have a section of the book that's blocked out that you don't want to write stuff there. You can still put an image, just know that something's going to be over it. So that was like my background. The cool thing is they have step-by-step instructions to show you how to do this. So even if this video, if I'm leaving something out, it's all there. It's all there. You just go on CreateSpace, they have the templates, they tell you how to do it, and even in the proofing section, when you upload a book, right away it'll scan the whole file that you uploaded, and it'll put little red markers out. It'll say, you know, maybe this indent is too close to the bleed line, or it'll say that, you know, you're too expanded here, or maybe your graphic is not far enough over, it'll let you know. The system's really smart. It'll let you know what they see wrong. And there you can say, okay, let me go make some adjustments, resubmit it. So you can go through that process back and forth till you get it just right, and then you can submit it for the proof. If you just do this the way I'm telling you, it's going to be easy for you. You'll be able to publish this book, and then you go out there and tell your friends, hey, I have a book on Amazon, check it out. I'd love for you to have it. So if you want to see how I have my whole thing set up, go to ZebulonThomas.com. The links are also below this video in the description, and go under products. You'll see under products, you'll see my whole setup. I have created some graphics on there, and you can click on it, and like the books will take you to Amazon, or they'll take you to CreateSpace. You'll see my platform, how it's set up. The digital downloads, they all go through my other merchant account, which I'll talk about that in another video, which is really cool if you want to get into selling digital products like digital audio CDs, and you don't want to go through like iTunes or all this other stuff, and you want like make a bigger profit. That's a really good way to do it, and it's a lot easier to share and link things. It's really exciting. So I'll tell you how that works on another video. This is so cool. And now I know what you're saying, oh, but you know, everyone's on Kindle. Well, yeah, they are, but you know, a lot of you guys, I've noticed, been buying books. And you want them because you want to bring them to the event. Like at my meet and greets, I sign these, and it's a really cool thing. I can't sign a Kindle when I sign your actual, you don't want that. So that's why I love books. But let's just say you wanted to publish your book strictly to Kindle. Okay, now there's a thing on CreateSpace. This is where you get into spending a little bit of money. So far, everything I've showed you is for free. That is if you know how to create graphics and you know how to write your own book, and you got some friends and family that will help you proof your book. Which in my very first book, I had some really awesome people in my corner that helped proof my book. Because again, I sucked at spelling, I sucked at grammar, I sucked at writing, and I was like, I can't let all those things stop me from writing a book. And I just, boom, sat down and I did it. So get some friends and families to help you publish your book, and you can even put them in the book at the very beginning. Just be like, hey, special thanks to, and if you look at like, you know, I have a special thanks section of my book. Special thanks to all these people that helped me write the book. Then I had a shout out to people that inspired me to write my book. So that's where you can put them in. Say, hey, help me. If you help me with this part of my book, I'll put you in it. You know, but I'm all about doing it yourself, as far as like just creating things, because then you have your hands in the pot to do that, and that's a lot of fun. To be successful in life, bottom line, you need people to help you. I'm not self-made. A lot of successful people that you talk to that are really humbled about it, they'll tell you they're not self-made. They're made by people. People help them pass them along. And I'm here to help you come up and create something, whatever that is, with these videos. And I want to help you just become successful in your own way, and find that new level of life and living and on your terms. So hopefully this video helped you guys, and I want to see you guys create some books. Like, dude, this is so cool to have my own library of stuff. Hopefully you guys watch this all the way through. If you didn't, well then you're not hearing this message. No, but hopefully you do. And if you skipped all of that just to see at the end if I gave away something special, it's this whole thing. You got to watch this whole video. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you want to know more about this stuff, comment below. If you want a different style video or talking about what should I talk about next that might help you guys, let me know in the comments. Big bear behind me, don't ask, okay? It's a big bear. I don't have room for it. But when you win something, and you know in your mind you're going to win something, and you're like, oh, I'm going to win that, you better be prepared to actually accept that gift, because this is big. And yeah, I believe in you, so you should believe in you. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another video. All right, guys, take care.